Okay, here's the deal with our personal situation. My house is demarked by this A. Let me find it, sorry. Demarked by this A right here. That is my address. What this is a floodplain map. And what these blue dark lines indicate are the escape routes, essentially, for water to take it to the Gulf of Mexico. And so to the north of our house, we have what's called Buffalo Bayou. And to south of our house, we have what's called Brays Bayou. Now, as you can see, indicated here, that we are in the light green area, our floodplain, our watershed, goes to Brays Bayou. Anything in the dark green goes to Buffalo Bayou. Now, what's happening is Buffalo Bayou, as you can see by these red exclamation points, Buffalo Bayou is out of bank right now in several areas. Brays Bayou is actually in bank. It doesn't mean that it's not dangerously close to being out of bank, but it is in bank. This is good news for us because any water that we take on here is intended to drain here versus here. Now, the second part of the story is that we have two reservoirs that you might be hearing about in the news, and that's Barker Reservoir right here, which is indicated by the blue. This is the park that it's in, George Bush Park, but this is the reservoir. And as you can see right here, this is Addicks Reservoir. Now, what's happening is all of this water from the north is coming in to these two reservoirs. And what's happening there is that these two reservoirs are having a hard time being available should we get more rain. So what the Army Corps of Engineers is doing right now is actually doing what is called controlled releases, where they're going here, and they're opening the floodgates slightly in a controlled manner in order to get the water that's in the reservoirs to flow through Buffalo Bayou down out into the Gulf of Mexico. Now, the implications of that are that the areas in this floodplain around Buffalo Bayou are indefinitely going to flood for sure. And so there will be flooding here along Katy Freeway. There'll be flooding north of Katy Freeway. The good thing is that we are crossing our fingers on. I've been in touch with a geologist in our neighborhood, as well as a woman who's married to a surveyor. Not that this is the authority, but it's on good information. The good news is that we are not anywhere near the floodplain of Buffalo Bayou. And so the people that are going to be affected by this release is going to be Buffalo Bayou, and this release is going to be Buffalo Bayou and the areas surrounding it up here. Should we get some flooding, it will be channeled to Brays Bayou. So Briar Village is where we are. We're juxtapositioned nicely. It does not mean not to be on alert. It just means that we can take away a little bit of the uncertainty associated with the controlled releases of the reservoirs. Now, on the other hand, if there is a breach in the reservoir, or both of them, meaning something unexpected happened and they broke, then that we can't necessarily predict exactly where all that water will go because it's not controlled. But we're being hopeful right now, and I hope this clears up just a little bit about what's going on with the reservoirs.